When you're short on time, reading, highlighting, and rereading just isn't enough. I've been there and it's stressful, but luckily there are more efficient ways to study, so let's dive in. So first up is active recall. So instead of passively reading or highlighting, you're going to write down everything that you know about a subject, and then you'll go back in and fill it in based on your study tools. You'll fill in any details that you missed, and then at the end of that study session, you'll just toss all of your notes because you'll do the same thing again in the next study session. Now, you may come across some things that are purely factual that you may just jot down on some notes, or while you are studying, something may come to mind that you want to dive in deeper to, and you'll take some notes on that as well. Those bits of information you will keep so that you can focus on it again on your next study session. So let's say that you're going over a respiratory condition. So you would jot down the causes of the condition, how the patient would present, what objective information you would collect, physical exam, imaging, labs, and then you would document your assessment of it and how you would treat it. You could also talk about how you would provide anticipatory guidance to the family. And then once you have all of this information documented, then you would go in and fill in any gaps that you have and then go on to your next topic. Taking strategic breaks is super important in studying. So if you're reading over and studying things and you find yourself zoning out, then that's an opportunity to take a break, because what you're doing after that is futile, but your brain has a mechanism built in that will still support you in connecting the information that you've already studied. And it's a natural process called cognitive consolidation. So it will tie up the loose ends for you. Just make sure that all of the information that you've studied is correct. You want to make sure to study in the same environment as often as possible, because when your brain starts the process of recalling information, it can use your environmental clues to help you recall the information. Even if you're in on a board exam, you can still pull back from that information if that process has been consistent. That's a bonus if you're able to study in the same environment every time you study. I touched on this one briefly. Close the loop on any mistakes that you've made while you're studying. So while you're actively recalling the information, let's just say you're studying epiglottitis and you say they present with a barking cough. Well, that's not right. So you would need to adjust any little small details that's not right during that study session, so that when your brain consolidates this information, it can all work in your favor. You want to make sure that you pay attention to healthy habits while you're studying. When I was studying a lot, I was eating candy, Snickers, and drinking Dr. Pepper. It wasn't very helpful, and I was trying to make it through the study session. Fueling your body with things like high protein snacks and water is going to support you in your study sessions. Once you started the process of reviewing information that you're going to need throughout your career, you never want to stop reviewing it. So if you're reviewing it for boards, you're going to be high intensity, but throughout your career as well, you want to continuously look back over information so that you won't lose it. Now, some information, obviously, as we know, will be getting updated throughout our careers, but you always want to double back on the things, especially things that you don't use on a daily basis in your career. You'll know that you've gained understanding of a concept once you're able to teach it. So talking about the information aloud or to one of your peers is going to be a good opportunity to see if you have retained the information. Studying is a skill, and just like any skill, the more you practice, the smarter you'll get about it. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch the next video for more high yield content that sticks.